Why is GHK copper blue? Well, if you ever receive a vial of GHK copper from a compounding pharmacy that's finished, it's not colorless. And if it is, then do not inject it because that would be a problem. But the real thing is the reason why it's colored is blue or it looks kind of purple, kind of like the color of my sweater, is not because it's dangerous, but the blue color is the visual confirmation that copper is actually bound to the peptide. No blue means the active complex is not intact, and the reason GHK copper is blue in the first place is a beautiful piece of coordination. Because remember, peptides are just signaling messengers. It's signaling medicine. We're just turning on genes that are underexpressed, and GHK copper is one of these powerful molecules that can turn on a lot of genes, like 4,000 genes that you want upregulated or downregulated. And so that purple color, it lets you know that yes, there's viability in this molecule. The GHK copper has not degraded. So if it's degraded and if it's like a clear color, it's been messed with or something has not been done properly. So that's what you want to look at. And so in this video, we'll deconstruct exactly what GHK copper is, why it's purple or blue, and why these colors matter, and some of the peptides you can use with it. We'll talk about the CLO and the GLOW and how cool these stacks are. So I'm Regan Archibald, founder of Ageless Future. We're the world leader in longevity medicine. For those of you who are looking for a strategic pathway to optimizing your health, go to agelessfuture.com, set up a free intro call with my team, and get your blood labs ran, meet with one of our providers, and they'll put together peptide protocols that are custom to you. Okay, so that blue-purple color of GHK copper, it's not dye. It's not incidental. It's not, trying to make the peptide look prettier, although I do think it looks prettier. But it's the direct signature of having copper, written as Cu. So when you see Cu, that's copper. And it's coordinated inside of the ligand field created by the 3 amino acids. So this GHK copper peptide alone, or GHK alone without copper, is completely colorless. And it's not going to be as effective because every photon of blue light that you see in that vial is coming from the bound copper ion. And this is found in cosmetics. If you're getting something and buy like a GHK copper cosmetic product and you receive it and it doesn't have any purple to it, we've got big problems. And so GHK copper stands for this 4 ligands. And so 4 chemical groups surrounded by copper symmetry in flat geometry. So these 4 coordination sites are the imazdadyl nitrogen of the histidine side chain, the alpha amino nitrogen of the glycine end terminus, and the deprotonated amide nitrogen of the glyhis peptide bond. And a carboxyl oxygen or a water molecule. Okay, that's a lot. So basically what's that saying is that this is a very strong structural molecule, and copper is what binds it all together, and that copper does not lead to copper toxicity. In fact, it's a buffering agent. The way that the peptide works is it just goes to the place where your body needs the activation. It actually can pull out excess copper in the body. So copper has 29 electrons, and in its Cu to the squared state, it's lost 2 electrons, leaving 27 electrons. Its outermost occupied electron shell, the d orbital, contains 9 electrons, and that 9th electron is unpaired and sits in the highest energy orbital. And so this ligand field, if you think about this, peptides are energetic structures, and GHK copper is no different. A lot of people think, oh, it's a smaller amino acid chain, therefore, how could it do any good? Well, I could tell you something like SS31, which is 4 amino acids, that got FDA approval in September, and it got the accelerated track because it worked for Barth syndrome. These are kids that are born with mitochondrial dysfunction. They found SS31 helped their walking time, their energy, their physical development. And this is small. So once again, these ligands that are binding these methyl groups together and these amino acids together with the copper, that's what's going to help. So the copper changes the color of light, the peptide absorbs and reflects, and that's what makes it blue. And the GHK copper, it absorbs light in the orange-red region of the visible spectrum, approximately 600 to 700 nanometers. And because it absorbs this orange-red light, it transmits a complementary wavelength blue at approximately 440 to 480 nanometers. So pretty interesting. You're just seeing energy in motion. And what it does in the body, I mean, if you think about what they discovered, Dr. Pickart, when he looked at this in 1973, he found that copper circulating levels were 200 nanograms per nanomole. And he found that that marker dropped to 80 by the time that we're 60, so 60% reduction. And so when you're restoring GHK copper, this is something that naturally occurs in your body. So you're turning on all these different signals. And these signals, this is just an energy coordination. And this geometry has these properties that have been confirmed by X-ray absorption. They also noticed this solution in the physiologic pH of 7.0 to 7.4. So GHK copper sits predominantly as the stable complex of the band, and approximately it's emitting the wavelengths of 600 to 625 nanometers. So pretty interesting. So if you think about what GHK copper can do, like if you think about the antioxidant production, as we age, we get this oxidative stress, and that's what causes the breakdown in cellular function. And so with this main antioxidant, SOD, superoxide dismutase activation, now you'll see a downregulation of this chronic inflammatory cycle. This is where when we do your metabolomics test, that urine test that you guys love doing, and we look at your oxidative stress, GHK copper is one of those peptides that I've noticed when people are using it consistently, not only does it change their skin, but we have labs that can confirm there's less oxidative stress. Now, if you think of your blood labs, when you're looking at what is the cause of the cause, well, when we go upstream and you see in your blood labs, when you've got high sensitivity C-reactive protein that's elevated, when your homocysteine is elevated, if you notice that you have issues with kidney function, all we need to think of is how can we lower oxidative stress? And then the biggest reason why we want to lower oxidative stress in your body is so that you can have the ability to lower your LDL cholesterol, lower your lipoprotein B or apolipoprotein B and that apolipoprotein little a. These are really important markers so you can live a really long life, because we call this the ageless axis, your heart, your muscle, and your brain. And GHK copper seems to influence each one of these pathways. The other unique thing about GHK copper is it does work on activating the enzymes and turning on the cytochrome C in your electron transport chain. So now you've got this flood of electrons producing more NAD, which protects your cells. You also have this beautiful expression of collagen synthesis. You've got the elastin that increases the integrity of the connective tissue. So not only does it help your skin, but your joints. So I think GHK copper is an amazing peptide, and I think you guys are pretty amazing for being with me in this community as we learn and as we grow. I really appreciate the question that came through, like, why is it blue, Regan? And so hopefully I answered that. I hope that some of you chemists on here can even go deeper in the comments. So thanks for being part of the community. For those of you who'd love to come to one of our events, just go to agelessfuture.com, click on the link for events. And then if you want to go deeper in how GHK copper impacts inflammation, we'll provide a link to that video in the show notes. And I'll see you there.